Eso Malaka online dating. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Computer Love, Part 64.
Hugo Sanchez of Toronto says when his marriage ended last year, he was at an emotional low point. He turned to social media to try and find a friend.
I was very vulnerable. I was not in my best stage, and I did some internet surfing.
Sanchez says online he met a woman named Lena who claimed to live in Seattle. They struck up a friendship and even spoke by Zoom several times.
I'm sorry. I was gonna let this whole thing play for a bit, but just let me just stop here for a second. I'm gonna continue. Just let me. First off, again, I am not the prettiest guy in the world, and and I'm not saying Mr. Sanchez is not a model, but clearly this. I mean, who knows if it's a woman at this point? But clearly, she it's not even close, the league. If you put me and Sanchez here next to each other, and then you put us next to her, it looks like literally a different species. I just want to point that out. I'm sorry.
But it was mostly texting, and within weeks she had convinced him to invest in cryptocurrencies. She claimed he would triple his money, but over time he was scammed out of $80,000.
I felt devastated. Obviously, it was the savings and also some money that I didn't have.
Sanchez is in his 40s, but many romance scam victims are seniors. Elaine Harnham met a man online and was scammed out of $20,000.
He fell in love with me when he seen my picture.
These scams are not small crimes. They're crimes of trust. They rob people of their savings, they rob them of their dignity and their trust in other people.
The Canadian Association of Retired Persons, CARP, has been raising awareness of romance scams, grandparent scams, and investment fraud. It's calling for tougher criminal code penalties, mandatory fraud prevention at banks and telecoms, a trusted contact person program, victim recovery mechanisms, and a national coordination effort to share data. CARP also feels banks must do more to prevent fraud.
If you lost $80,000 or $100,000, that money has been transferred out of your account using an electronic system that is run by the banks. And we think it's incumbent on the banks to play more of a role in protecting their clients.
Sanchez wanted to share his story to warn others.
This might be real. This might be something that makes sense.
Again, sorry, I don't mean to stop this. We're almost done here, but I just like to comment on the picture again. So, guys, let me just point this out here. I'm going to get way more into this later, but if an extremely hot woman sends you a picture, and the closest thing that she can find to sit down is the edge of a tub, you might want to, and if she's telling you, hey, I can double or triple your money, and she can't afford a fucking chair, that could be a problem. I'm just saying, sorry, there's like about 30 more seconds. Hold on.
But at the end, everything was fake.
And be careful if someone you meet online seems too perfect or things move too quickly. Other warning signs: they can't meet in person. They tell you to keep your relationship a secret. They ask for money or encourage you to invest in platforms.
Platforms. I don't give a fuck if Donkey Kong calls you on the fucking line and wants to get revenge on Mario since the fucking 80s. You tell him or her, and again, it's 2025, so you don't know what the fuck you're dealing with. You tell the person to fuck off. Okay? That's it. It's that simple. I don't know who these people are that literally never meet these people online and give them money. It is fucking insane. And what's really insane is that there's people out there that are willing to do this, rob people of their nest egg and their future. Like, you people deserve everything bad that's coming to you. Everything. But again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the world we live in. I mean, this is how crazy it gets with online dating. You know, it's not even like, and I've noticed this too, like probably ever since COVID. Okay, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's been scams since the beginning of time. As a junior soprano would say, since Moses wore short pants. Oh, he absolutely had some of the best lines in that series. But the point is, I mean, maybe he should have tried online dating. I don't know. He was alone. Like he had the one girl there, and I don't know that he didn't. So what if you go down on a woman? Who cares? It's listen. I'm going to talk about vaginas in one podcast one day. You guys wait. To my 3 fans out there, thanks for being patient. But the point is, okay. Again, I'm turning to Joey Diaz. I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. The weed is so good in this country, and it's so accessible. I mean, you literally go down a few blocks, you go to the dispensary, they're very nice to you, well, you have this kind of migraine. Okay, let me recommend you apple, kiwi, fruit basket chicken. Here you go. So the point, that's it. The point is, don't fall for scams. Don't, just praise off people that, and, the guy mentioned they go after seniors. Obviously, they don't go after seniors. That's another reason why, you shouldn't put like your loved ones in a home by themselves. Because I guarantee you, like, this is what these people go after. I mean, they go to the, I was about to say Yellow Pages. I'm 43. It's not old, but it's not like, I still don't understand, like, the whole 6-7 thing. And I don't know, I was waiting at a bus stop, and I saw some kid go by. And I need to know. And I asked him, I said, dude, like, I'm just curious, like, what the fuck does 6-7 mean? Because, again, I'm a Toronto Maple Leaf fan, so, the term 67 means something completely different. It just basically means loser. But he said, it's been going on for about a year, and it comes from a song, and it just means to, hype people up and whatever. And it was funny, too, like, even afterwards, he said, yeah, man, I'm fucking sick of it. I just wish it would go away. And I'm like, yeah, you and me both. So there you go. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how these people live with themselves with the whole scamming process, and it's fucking crazy. And they go after these homes because they know that people are by themselves. Most of these old people, no offense, you're sitting in a room by yourself. In Toronto, you just hope you have AC on those 30-degree days, or else you're just going to fucking fry. But, I mean, they can afford a nursing home for you, but they won't pay a couple extra bucks for a fan. Go figure. But the point is, I mean, they prey off these people, and it fucking sucks, man. So but also it's, they prey on a lot of lonely people online, people like Mr. Sanchez here, and Jesus Christ. I mean, Again, I'm assuming Sanchez, he's Mexican and whatever. And listen, I've met a few Mexicans in my life. These guys work their fucking asses off, okay? I worked at a hotel one time, and, let's just say they had a lot of people that, didn't, that didn't come from Canada, all right? And, it was the playoffs, and the Lakers were there, they're playing. And if you tried to turn the channel, holy fuck, somebody's going to get stabbed. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, okay, I'm trying to keep this podcast stab-free. I live in East York, not North York. Listen, if you don't respect that joke, go fuck yourself. But the point is, okay, don't fall for these scams. Someone asks you for money. Even if you know the person for 20 years, okay, I don't care if you call them dad. Don't give them money, okay? Plain and simple. I don't loan anybody money. 2 reasons. 1, I don't have any. And 2, I know I'm not going to get it back. Especially if you've never met somebody, you don't give them money. Okay, I get it. You get lonely out there, blah, 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 Don't do it. Don't give anybody money. I don't care how lonely you are, okay? Just whack off again and go to bed, okay? Tomorrow's a new day. That's it. But again, with these podcasts I do here, I figure why not tell some stories and, some of these people I've never met before. I just love reading the profiles here because, you feel the person's frustration and, gets to be pretty insane. So let's go. So this one woman here, I saw the profile, and she said, "I'm looking for a man who isn't afraid of women's whims." Oh, good luck, lady. That's not going to happen. I mean, back in the day, cavemen were, afraid to go to sleep because, they were afraid that their women would just literally, wake them up with a fucking rock to the head. So, it's not going to happen. Listen, you got to get used to everyone's whims, okay? I think I know what a whim is. I'm not going to describe it because fuck it. It's to me, a whim is when you act on, I guess, instinct or something that, you feel that moment or whatever. And, it's ironic because, listen, women, again, I'm going to get some shit for saying this, but women, I'm almost positive, live on whims. So, and again, guys do too. But at the same time, I mean, let's just try to get together and have a good time. And, if whims come up, what are you going to do? Doesn't pester on the first date. In brackets, I'm allowed. Smiley face. You know what I found funny is, like, she put it in brackets, I'm allowed, but she put a smiley face. So technically, like, she should put, like, the smiley face and then another bracket. Do I have ADHD? Probably. But the point is, that's a very, I mean, maybe she's trying to be cute there, but at the same time, we don't know you. You could be this uptight bitch. Like, we don't know. Like, or you could be, funny. But hey, when you put something in text, and believe you me, okay, I worked at Coca-Cola. When you put something in writing, Jesus Christ, do they take it seriously? I recommend that podcast, Seeing Red, Coca-Cola. I thought it was a clever title. But the point is, my God, you don't know. Once you see something in text, that's how you assume it. So maybe she's trying to be cute. Who knows? I don't know. Whatever. He's not looking for a 50-50 relationship. In brackets, she likes doing that. That's not for me. I want to be a woman. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this can mean many things. I mean, and like I said before, in 2025, I mean, she could be in the process of actually becoming an actual woman. I don't know. But so to me, I really do believe, and maybe I'm old school, but I really do believe that a good relationship boils down to 50-50. It really does. Okay? Especially when it comes to money. Holy shit. I mean, the beginning, I get it, guys. We got to pay for dinners and all that. Keep it classy, whatever, I guess. Does it end up costing us, money, emotion, Jesus Christ, does it? But the point is, I don't know. I mean, but you still want to be a woman? I don't understand that. So, well, if you want to be a woman, then, I don't know, why don't you, pay for half the meal? I mean, it's just me on this? I don't know. Like, I don't understand. So, like, I get it. Like, women want to be pampered and treated right, but, to me, I think there's a big difference between a girl and a woman, like fucking, Epstein there. But the point is, a woman, to me, okay, takes care of her own shit. And again, maybe I'm old school. Maybe it's not like that anymore. People go online and they see all these other influencers and say, hey, you know what? I want my cut. Where's my cut? I got news for you. Go fuck yourself. You got to earn your own shit. Okay. My mom taught me that no one's going to knock on your door and give you anything. You got to go out there and get it. Okay. I still use that mentality. There's some days I do wait for the door, for someone to knock on my door. Am I expecting a package from UPS? Fuck no. You know why? Because UPS sucks. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, I do feel that a good relationship is 50-50. But if you want to be a woman, you should let the man be a man. So together, you should work together and have a good relationship. All right? That's stuff you got to talk about, of course, over time, but I don't know. I mean, we're only halfway through here, Jesus. And with whom it will be fun to laugh. Well, if I got to pick up every fucking check, don't expect me to laugh. And the brackets, again, I can cry sometimes, comma, I'm vulnerable. Okay. Well, I hope you're not vulnerable when the check comes. Again, this is fucking crazy. I don't know. Again, she's coming across as a little self-entitled. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's just me. I'm looking for a man. Good luck. Not a girlfriend. Oh, okay. All right. So, okay. All right. So not only do we have to pay for everything, but we got to take your shit too. Okay. And you're single, huh? Okay. In your 40s too. Okay. Shocker. I'm not self-sufficient. Yeah, no shit. I've been in Canada for almost 2 years, and I'm starting from scratch. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'm sure we're going to see you on OnlyFans soon. But, yeah, and again, ladies and gentlemen, Canada is a great opportunity to start over. The healthcare alone makes it worth it. But, if you expected just to land here and expect your fucking beautiful charm here to, get a guy and for him to pay for everything, good luck. Judging by the picture, I'm not saying she's not pretty, but she ain't. I'm not going to pay for all your shit pretty. Yes, I have a higher education. No, you don't. Comma, yes, comma, I'm sweet. Okay, so there's bullshit. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, I think a lot of people come on here and, and again, maybe I'm totally wrong here, but you gotta, I mean, she's not portraying herself well. Let's just say that. I'm pretty sure. I mean, maybe she's joking around, but I don't know. It's not coming across like that. So all I'm going to say is this. One, I think she could have saved a lot of space by just saying, sugar daddy, just landed in Canada. It's colder than I thought. And just try to, be a little bit more realistic. That's all. Again, and maybe there's a translation thing there. I don't know. Judging by the name, there could be. But the point is just be aware of what you're writing down and how you come across. And if you do want to come across like that, Jesus, good luck. So this other profile I saw here, looking for a deep connection and shared values. I am big on communication, all bold letters, and attention, also all bold letters. I am hardworking and smart and won't settle for anything less. I value genuineness, patience, and friendliness. All right, well, and she put a blue heart, which I assume means she's a Toronto Maple Leaf fan, and you will need all the fucking patience. In bold caps, if you are married, back to small caps, or small, please stay away from me. Even if you lie about it because she is in another country. What? I will do my assignment and no. Wow. Okay, that is, So, ladies and gentlemen, I usually, I never say the name because, I don't want to get in shit later. How do I put this? And I think a lot of you that are, have, somewhat of a half a brain out there, I think it's pretty obvious that this person is, let's just say, a non-white. They don't fuck around. So, again, if you are married out there and you talk to this woman, she will find out. Okay, so clearly she's absolutely gone through this shit before. Yeah, Oh, she's also looking for friendship. Okay, that's good. Listen, again, nobody likes to be cheated on. Nobody likes, when someone is not being honest about their current love life. And I can't tell you how many times, even in recent years, like I'll talk to someone online and they say, and one of the first questions they go, "Are you single?" And in my head, I'm like, well, I'm on a dating website. Obviously, I'm single. But nowadays, it's like, you don't have to be single. So there you go. But yeah, I just, I don't know. Again, maybe I'm old school, but if you are on a dating website, you should be single. Or unless you're one of these freaks looking for, people for your orgies. Yeah, trust me, it's a thing. The point is just try to be as honest as possible. I know a lot of people lie, outside of online dating, but online dating specifically, if you can, like, even if you got to give a list of shit that you want, just, try to be honest. That's all. That's all. This other woman here said, bad girl ain't good, but good girl ain't fun. Okay. Not look for a hookup. Thank you. Not interested. Hold on. So, bad girl ain't. Let me just go back here. Bad girl ain't good. Okay. So, well, obviously, if you're a bad person, you're not good. But good girl ain't fun. You'd be surprised. I mean, there's some good girls out there that they're good girls. When you take them out in public, and then they're freaks later on. It's definitely it's definitely a thing. I can guarantee you that. But but then again, with that opening line, and you say you're not looking for a hookup. I mean, like, what kind of guys do you think you're going to attract here? But all right. Not interested with Bitcoin also. Okay. So she might know Mr. Sanchez. Allergy with vegan, halal. Okay, well then, I'm out. She puts her IG address to Instagram, which, by the way, can I just say this? A lot of people do that. Now, I'm going to assume either one of two things when someone puts their Instagram address on there. It's either one of two things. Either one, you're basically saying, you might be a hooker, and then later on, this is probably going to lead to someone subscribing to your OnlyFans channel, or you're very stupid, because this is how, like, you watch all these specials online there, and through Crime TV, and oh, she was just a lonely girl and just looking for love, and then 10 minutes later, she, and. But like how the fuck do you think this happens? I mean, like, and again, I get it. Maybe you want followers or whatever, but like, are you looking for followers or a date, or this could lead to some bad shit. So I'm just saying, I wouldn't put that information on there. Again, unless you're advertising, you want some subscribers on your OnlyFans, and it's crazy. Just as a side note, I wanted to say I watched the Devil in Disguise. The John Wayne Gacy special there, and you see these like poor boys going out there and pulling tricks and all that. For those of you who are not as hip as me and don't know what tricks are, basically you're whoring yourself out. You're being a prostitute on the street there, and basically giving blowies for I'm assuming in the 70s, what, for $3 or something. I don't know. I mean, today that would be what, maybe, I don't know, $20, who knows? But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, like, it's not the best life to live. And I was just thinking about this. Like, the irony is, these kids, I mean, this is all they had to make money. I mean, they didn't want to work construction, I guess. I'm Greek and Italian. I had no choice for a while. But nowadays, like, literally 50 years later, like, these kids would be on OnlyFans, and a lot of them would. I'm not saying they'd all become millionaires, but they would probably make a decent amount of money. I mean, way more than, what they're doing to sell their bodies. And then when you have to leave the house, like, that's fucking, but you know what I'm saying? Like, the difference of 50 years, basically going on the street, and, you're going to end up, in the bottom of someone's house, to literally you could be a millionaire. Within 50 years, that all changed. Like, that's fucking crazy. But anyways, I don't need a partner that can't give me something else better than what I can provide by myself. Okay. That's good. Okay, so she's trying to say she's independent. I think that's what I got out of that. Useless. Otherwise, if you're a provider, I'll make sure you're receive back what you give. Okay, well, I'll make sure to give you some grammar lessons, but so I don't understand. You said you don't need anything, but now you're saying if I do give you something, I give it, I get it back in return, or I don't know. It sounds like I'm buying stocks here. Okay, not interesting with those who don't dare to meet. Don't waste my time. All right. She, put the okay sign after gave. The finger to the thumb there with the 3 fingers up there. I don't know if that makes a difference. I figured just throw that in there. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, I think the attitude is right with this one. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I don't. I'm not sure. This is kind of unclear. But again, I think there's a language barrier there, and believe me, if you deal with customer service in Canada, I'm starting to learn this language. But the point is, just be clear what you want, and if you want someone to proofread it for you, that's cool too. But yeah, I think the attitude is there. Hopefully, yeah, just be clear what you want. That's all. There you go. This other woman here. Connection can be difficult. We all lead busy lives, and there's never enough time nor energy. But having adult friendships, although difficult, totally worth it. Looking to just connect with people's soul. See if we can vibe. No funny business, unless you really are funny. That was good. Just trying to keep it real in a world that can be so superficial. Emotional maturity and effective communication is welcomed here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna lie. She sounds like a very good woman. Any man would be lucky to be with her. No men, women only. Fuck. Not into hookups, but am open to exploring. Double fuck. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes when you see a mirage, it's you want it to be so real, but it just isn't, And again, I'm just fucking around here, I'm trying to be funny here. It's what she likes. Am I that funny that I can probably convert her to like men? I mean, look at me. Fuck no. I basically look like if Vince Vaughn, Jack Black, and Kevin James had a kid, and you sprinkle a little curly from the Three Stooges there. But I don't think that's enough. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, this is a pretty straightforward profile. And this is what most profiles should be like. Just very, this is a good one. This is a really good, it'd be better if she was into men. I mean, for me anyway. Not that I'm saying that she can't be a lesbian. No. Shut the fuck up. If any Gen Z listening, shut up. Stop being sensitive. This is why we haven't seen good comedic movies in over 15 years. But the point is, when is the new season of Ted 2 coming out? I don't know. At least we got that. But the point is, you bastard. The point is, okay? Straightforward profiles like this, to me, are always welcome. They're fucking awesome. And this is, she didn't, go on a tirade and say, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. You got to be 6'3" and, I don't know how to make a lasagna. And I don't know, I just threw that in there because I'm Italian. But the point is, it's a good little simple profile. That's it. Plain simple. So hopefully I see more of these in the future, and I probably won't, but the Lord willing. But You know, what can I tell you? Ladies and gentlemen, this podcast is it's really been great. It really has. It's enlightened me on listen, my grammar is not perfect either, but I mean, should I proofread a lot of the shit that I write down? No, because I never write anything down. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another grammar-free judging zone. Not really. I mean, sometimes we judge here. I'm talking in the third person for some reason. Of the saga that is Computer Love, Part 64.
Romance scams continue to be one of the most common frauds in Canada, and now they're more likely to be linked to investment scams.
People looking for love are convinced to invest in cryptocurrencies, and so far this year, victims have lost more than $54 million.
Halfway to China. There's nothing here.
40,000 I have. My share of the Bohax hole from the 70s.
Did you wrap it right? It gets moldy, it could have disintegrated.
Wrap what?
The money.
He knows I need that money for my fucking retrial.
Who?
You know who.
No, I don't know who. That's why I asked you.
Malaka.
Will you stop with that? Butcher Malanga's dead. 6 years now. I should dig him up already. Mose, didn't you do your sprinklers too?